I noticed his hand first. Steady, deliberate, practiced. He thought no one was watching, but I was. From across the room, under the flicker of golden lights and the hollow hum of celebration, I saw my father tilt the small silver packet over my glass. The powder dissolved without a trace. The champagne fizzed, sparkled, and then went still again, as if nothing had happened. Everyone was smiling, cameras flashing. My name whispered like pride in the air. But in that single quiet act, my father's betrayal burned brighter than all of it. I didn't flinch, didn't blink. I smiled. Back then, I believed in him. He used to call me his prodigy, said I had his mind, his drive. When I got into law school, he cried, said I'd go further than he ever did. And for a while, I believed that too. But after Mom left, something shifted. He remarried fast. To fast, my stepmother brought with her a daughter, Lena, pretty, polished, polite, the kind of girl people instantly liked. My father started calling her sweetheart. Stopped calling me anything at all. At first, it was subtle. Fewer calls, missed visits. Then came the accidental transfer of my tuition funds into Lena's new boutique business. The whispered phone calls I wasn't meant to overhear. She doesn't need it. She'll manage. I did manage. Without him. Without them. But that night, the night of my graduation, he'd invited everyone. As if he wanted to reclaim the narrative. As if he wanted to pretend I was still his pride and joy. He wore the same watch he used to check my curfew with. The one that caught the light as he slipped the powder into my glass. That's when it all clicked. It wasn't random. It wasn't a mistake. He'd done it before. Mom's single quotes as hospital trip that winter. The fainting, the confusion, the mysterious reaction, the doctor's note, mild poisoning. Likely sedative. Mom thought it was stress. I thought it was coincidence. But that night, staring at the fizzing champagne, I realized it had never been stress. It had been him. Maybe for control. Maybe to silence. Maybe to protect something that couldn't survive the truth. I didn't know yet, but I intended to find out. I stayed calm. I didn't accuse, didn't shout. Instead, I played along. When he raised his glass and said, "It's my brilliant daughter," I smiled back, the kind of smile that hides knives behind dimples. Then, deliberately, I stood. My heels clicked against the marble floor. Every eye turned. I lift my champagne, I said, to the ones who raise us and the ones who reveal who they truly are. He didn't notice my hand shift the glass just slightly toward Lena. She laughed, a soft, high-pitched sound, and took it from me. "You're always so poetic," she said. Then she drank all of it. The room erupted in applause. My father clapped too, oblivious. I waited. It didn't take long. 10 minutes, maybe less. She wobbled first, a dizzy little stumble that people thought was tipsiness. Then came the confusion, the disorientation, the soft collapse, the laughter. Froze, the music cut. And in that perfect silence, I turned to him. He knew. God, he knew. His face drained of color as fast as hers did. His eyes darted to the glass, then to me. For a moment, I saw the same calculation I used to admire in him. He was running through excuses, possibilities, lies, but I was faster. She drank from my glass, I said softly, just loud enough for the room to hear. I tried to stop her. Panic broke around us like waves. Someone called for help. My stepmother screamed. I just stood there, calm, composed, watching the man who once taught me strategy choke on the taste of his own. The police came. Statements were taken. Toxicology reports followed. The powder and prescribed sedatives mixed with alcohol, enough to incapacitate, not kill, but enough to raise questions about intent, about pattern, about the incident with my mother. My father denied everything, of course, but he couldn't explain how the same compound showed up into separate medical reports, Mom's and Lena's. He couldn't explain why it was found in his desk drawer, labeled under stress relief. He couldn't explain me. How I had quietly gathered evidence months before, how I'd recorded him in that soft, careless tone he used when speaking to his insurance advisor. If she's declared unfit, the fund transfers automatically. He meant me. He wanted control of the inheritance Mom left in my name, but he'd underestimated one thing. I learned every trick from him. By the time the police finished their questioning, his legacy was ash. Lena survived, barely. She remembers nothing. My stepmother left him publicly, dramatically. He pleaded guilty to a reduced charge, reckless endangerment. But the court of public opinion, that's where I buried him. The whispers, the interviews, the leaked documents, all perfectly timed. His company dropped him. His name became poison. And I didn't have to lift a single finger after that night. Sometimes people ask if I feel guilty. I don't. I didn't poison anyone. I didn't even raise my voice. I just let him taste his own medicine. And the thing about poison is it always finds its way home. That night, under the golden lights, as he watched his empire crumble, I finally understood him. The control, the manipulation, the precision, except, unlike him, I knew when to stop. I raised another glass fresh this time and whispered to no one in particular. To family, the ones who make us and the ones who unmake themselves. Then I drank and smiled.